All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to be talking about the Black Friday Dokkan Fest and Carnival banner and whether or not you should summon. Now, this is kind of a loaded question. This is kind of a loaded answer for, you know, the opinion on, is this worth summoning for? Should you summon? Should you not summon? Should you wait? Should you skip? Should you blah, blah, blah? Basically, what it comes down to is your preference, you know, who you're missing, who you want, the way you play the game and everything like that. And then what I'm going to do here is kind of give a bunch of details, give a bunch of like possibilities of things that we could see that may move you towards either wanting to summon or, you know, realizing like, yes, I do want to summon, or realizing, no, I can wait. So let's jump in real quick. We'll try to make this a pretty, you know, not a long dragged out video. We'll try to go through this, you know, decently quick, kind of get you the high points out there. So we have the two banners here, right? So Black Friday banners are going to be going for a little while now. So right now we have the 77-hour, you know, special multi discounts where you do 3 summons, you get 1 free. And this is going to go for just a couple more days, right? There's only 2 days left for this. Once this is over, this is going to go, if we look at like last year, because they did this last year as well too. And after the discounts ended, it went until the 5th. So you do still have a little bit of time, right, to kind of make up your choice. To do the discounted summons though, you're kind of running out of time. So that's why I want to try to get this video out now, be able to talk about this a little bit right here. That way we can kind of get through the details. So let's, elephant in the room. These banners are incredible. Like they pool of characters that are in here are absolutely insane. The GDC characters are back. The 10th anniversary characters are back. A lot of the other guys on here, right? I mean, Broly's still very viable. These guys are still okay. The Vegeta and Trunks are insane with their EZA. Gogeta is very cool, very good. And then the Super Saiyan 4s are super good with their Super EZAs. And then on the Carnival banner, you've got Gogeta, who's obviously, I mean, it's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. There's not much more to say about that. Rose and Zamasu are very good. The 10th anniversary carnivals aren't anything like too crazy, except for maybe Super Saiyan 3. He's very, very good. The Super Saiyan Gohan is okay. And then you've got the Tech Broly, who's still very good. Zamasu's okay. And then the Gohan, who is very good with his EZA as well. So if you look here, the value's there. Like, there's no denying it. The value is there. No one is going to fault you if you decide to summon. And that's kind of how I want to start this out, by saying, like, it's entirely up to you. It is entirely about what you need, what you want, how you like to play the game, your favorite characters. But what I will say is, one, you can pick them up with coins, right? So one of the ways you can avoid spending stones is that they are available in the coin shop, right? So as you can see here, they are listed out below. They are 500 coins in order to pick one up, because they are LRs. And then you got like Gogeta, who's 400, and then the Super Saiyan 4s, who are 200. And then you go over to the carnivals, and these guys are all 500 coins. So, you know, if you have the means to do it with coins, I would say it's worth it. There's nothing that says, like, you know, you can't, like, this is what this stuff is for these characters that maybe you missed out, or maybe you skipped, or, you know, didn't have a chance to summon for. And that's what the currency of the coins is for, is to be able to use it for things like that. So by all means, if you have the coins, I would say that they're worth picking up. As for spending stones, you just have to be very careful, because we are nearing the end of the year. You know, anniversary, because the versions are joined, does take place at the end of January for everyone. So we're coming up very, very fast on the 11th anniversary. 11th anniversary is probably going to be pretty crazy, right? There's going to be some broken characters, as there usually are, you know, kind of the top characters in the game. And ideally, these guys will be back on that banner. So you could see these guys come back here within like 2 months, 3 months, and they'll be back. So, you know, skipping them here, you know, it's a double-edged sword, really. I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? You skip the summons, you wait till the 11th anniversary. While you're summoning for the 11th anniversary characters, you can definitely pull these guys. If you don't pull them, you may accumulate the coins. You can pick off with coins. You know, you can do that. Or if you summon now, you do have the chance of picking them up. And like I said, the banners are incredible. Like there's no denying it. The banners are absolutely insane. So the value is 100% there. And I don't blame anybody who decides that they're going to summon. So, I mean, looking at these guys, that's a whole list of characters. We'll get rid of that. Talking about the characters here, the blues are phenomenal. The blues are still like, I say, like a top 5 unit. They're very versatile. The Goku's very good. The Vegeta has his role as well, and it's just they're just, man. You take these guys into most events right now, unless it's like a dodge canceling event. Like these guys pretty much run that shit. The Goku Black and Zamasu a little more probably like they're probably the weaker of the 4 here in terms of everything. They're still very good. Like there's nothing that says like they're not, right? Don't think that like what I'm saying it means that they're not good. They are. They're very good. But I think if there's anyone you can skip past, it's this guy. But he does have this here where he does help allies whose names are Goku Black, and the best free-to-play team in the game right now is the Goku Black clones. So if you get them, you get the Goku Black and Zamasu. Dude, that team is so much fun, and it is insanely good to like run. So he still definitely has his place. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, do I really need to say anything about this guy? He's incredible. he's so damn good. Like there's no denying how powerful this character truly is. So he is 100% probably like the top of everything to try to pick up. And then you got Omega, who is still very, very good, and then just makes a great villain team leader, right? So if you're trying to build out a extreme class team or a villain team, he does so well. Now he can definitely get caught. I mean, everybody can kind of get caught here, but in my opinion, Omega is an insane unit. They all are, man. All 4 of them are so good. But is it really worth summoning right now when the 11th anniversary is going to be so close? Honestly, no. Like all this is really just to say no, it's not worth it. It is not worth summoning right now unless like you're going to use coins, unless you are really, really hurting for one of these characters. Dude, I think it's just better if you wait. Now, if you want to go in and maybe do like a rotation on each one, that, I mean, could definitely be fine. You just got to remember that it is 300 stones to do 1 rotation on each. So, but that does give you 4 summons instead of 3, right? Because you do get the 3+1. So it's, oh man, it's so hard for me to just say skip when the banner looks so good, when the units are so good. But I am 95% sure that these guys will return on the 11th anniversary banner. And I say 95 because I never want to say 100%, because you never know what Dokkan can do. And they've been known to, trick us up a little bit and play some games and do all that stuff. I'm not trying to get in that rope of being like, yeah, dude, they'll definitely be there. And then Dokkan flips some switch and they're like, yep, they're not here. And then everyone's gonna be pissed. But I just think that if they are gonna end up being on that banner for anniversary, which is, like I said, 95% sure that they will be, it's not worth summoning right now. And even if they're not, like, just worst case scenario, they're not on that banner, the 11th anniversary characters are probably still going to be better than these 4 guys anyway, right? So I mean, you just kind of have to weigh your options here and weigh what's more important to you in the long run. If you spend money on the game and you do all that stuff, it really doesn't matter. I'm not really talking to many of those guys, like they're going to summon on things they want to do anyway. This is more like a free-to-play kind of guidance thing where, if you really need to learn to balance your stones, if you really need to pay attention to what you're summoning on and really think about things, like banners like this, while enticing, are not always like the best bang for your buck, right? Like, yes, this is incredible. Yes, this is great. But you can go through multiple rounds of summoning and not pull any of these guys that you want, that you need, right? I mean, you watch my summon video, spoiler alert, went through, did all the global tickets, did 1 round on each banner, and I pulled none of the GDC characters. None of these 4 guys did I pull. So you can run the risk of, you know, burning stones and not getting any of these guys and just making it worse later down the road. Or you can really just give yourself a shot and go for it, man. Like, there's no one stopping you. It's your game. It's the way you want to play. Now, looking at the banners that we had for the 10th anniversary, I kind of want to take a look at this here. You know, this is where some of my skepticism likes to settle in. So technically GDC took the slot of Tanabata, right? And then the TDC took the slot of Worldwide. Now, there are a couple of ways to like think about this. If you want to think timeline wise or like time wise, you know, you look at the banners from the 10th anniversary, the worldwide characters are on here from the previous year. If you look at time wise, that would mean that like these guys would be back on, like these 2 guys would be back. So there's a possibility, and this is where my 95% chance comes in, is that these guys end up on the banner instead of these guys. So that option is there. However, if you really do like look at the timeline chart that they gave us, talking about the switch up of, you know, different celebrations, GDC is technically supposed to be worldwide, which is what these guys would have been. So the likelihood of these guys returning on the banner is very, very high. And that's kind of why we keep saying, you know, if you listen to anybody in the community kind of talking about this right now, we're all saying that these guys are highly, highly, highly likely to return on the 11th anniversary banners because they were technically in the worldwide slot according to Dokkan's timeline. I hope you're following me on this. I know there's a lot of like back and forth, but basically these guys are, you know, they're the old worldwide characters. These guys are technically, GDC is technically worldwide, just moved to a different time slot. So I definitely think that they'll be back. You know, I'm going to lock my guess here at 95% because I never want to say 100% sure unless I know for a fact, and I don't know for a fact. So 95% it is that these guys will return the end of January, in February. They will be available again, along with, you know, these guys are going to be on the banner too. These guys will probably still be on the banner. Like, you're going to have a chance, you know, all of these guys will be on the banner. You know, plus the new 11th anniversary characters. So the value here is super high, but the value of the 11th anniversary banners are going to be higher. Keep that in mind. Now, I will end the video here basically just saying that my final verdict of should you summon or not is no. No, 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 you should not. If you want to jump in, if you want to do a couple summons, have at it. Do it, you know, but if you're gonna do it, I wouldn't go too crazy. You know, do a rotation, do 2 rotations, whatever you want to do, kind of like that. But I would learn some restraint and hold back on blowing your entire stone bank on this banner, and save a majority of what you have from here until the 11th anniversary. That is my final decision. Should you summon? No. If you decide to summon, don't go too crazy. Don't blow your load. That's it. That's my final right there. If you guys stuck around to the end of this video, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think about these Black Friday banners. Have you guys already summoned? Are you guys still on the fence of summoning? Did this video kind of help you out in deciding whether or not to summon? Did any of this kind of confuse you? We kind of go all the back and forth and everything, but hopefully the final verdict is something that really makes you think and really makes you decide on what is important to you and how you want to play. Ultimately, it's how you want to play the game. It's your game. I'm not going to tell you how to play. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You know, if you tell me, hey, I summoned on the banner, I'm going to say, cool, did you get anything good? That's it. Like, I'm not going to tell you, oh, you're an idiot. Like, I will never say that. The game is meant to be played the way you want to play because it's your game, and that's it. So do what you guys want to do what you guys feel like you need to do. Have fun. Good luck if you are summoning, and let me know if you guys did if you guys pulled anything, because I'd like to know. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See?